How are ya?
Hey, well, finally we go live, right?
Long time no chat.
I know. This is very cool. Very cool. Oh, wait, I put up something especially for Christina, so hopefully she joins us because she had the awesome idea of why don't I add the logo to my background? So I put something up just like 2 seconds ago for her. Can you see it there now?
Oh, I see it.
Yeah. So it's there, Christina. Maybe not optimal placement for today, but I'll work on that. So thank you. Thank you. So do you have your cocktail yet?
I do. It's a little different today.
Okay, let's see it.
First of all, we went with a straw because Nick always wonders why I haven't consumed as much. And I said, because it's hard to drink over myself. Those of you who've met me in person, the girls get in the way. They just do. So when I'm sitting in this chair to drink, it makes it very difficult. But now.
He is so incredibly thoughtful.
But we're out of olives.
Oh, then I almost don't want to show you mine. So is it virgin or is it?
It's virgin today. I have so much work to do.
Yep. Same here. I had to confess. Mine is a virgin cocktail. So I kind of made it into my breakfast meal.
Okay, wait. I see olives.
So olives, they are the ones I talked about getting from Aldi. They are stuffed with garlic this week. Last week I had blue cheese. This week we got garlic.
Nice.
So nobody's going to bother me today because, yes, I've already eaten 3 of these garlic stuffed olives. And they each I have a whole clove in them. So, yeah. So I'm going to get my work done today. Nobody's going to mess with me. It's going to be awesome.
Do I see cheese on that skewer?
Yeah. So since it is my breakfast, I thought I'd add a little cheese in there. It is, Ken found this great Parmesan cheese. We're just in love with it at our local, it's called Huckster's. It's like a discount market. But this cheese, I'm going to have to look at the brand because it is phenomenal Parmesan.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And Emma and I are just Parmesan fanatics. We love it.
I'm a Parmesan snob.
Yeah. So this is the good stuff. And when they have something, they only have it very briefly. Wow, it is really dark and rainy, guys. I'm sorry about my lighting, but
it's dark and rainy here too, but I do have a lamp right here. But
I wonder if I should turn mine on.
It's dark and yucky out there.
Oh, nothing like it is here. I actually look gray.
You do.
I look gray. I wonder what's going to happen. Let me turn my light on here.
I just got a peppercorn stuck on my teeth. So hold on. Oh, the Parmesan cheese, Reggio Emilia.
Yes,
that's the best. You know, I went to Reggio.
Oh, really?
Oh. You know what they do there? That's why it's my favorite cheese because it is such a sharp, nutty flavor. But the whole Reggio Emilia area in Italy is known for their Parmesan cheese. And we actually went to some of the farms where they make this cheese, and oh my God. But the dinner parties that they would throw while I was there that week, any of the parties and things that we went to for meals, they always, and Nick and I have done it here back before we went vegan. I would go to Whole Foods to get a chunk of the Parmigiano Reggiano from Reggio Emilia area. And they cut it and put a little dish of just balsamic vinegar, and you dip the cheese in vinegar.
Oh my gosh, I bet that's amazing.
So good. So that's my thing if I ever have my hands on on that particular Parmesan cheese. I'll dip it in balsamic. So good.
That's great. That is very, very cool.
My little cheese thing there.
Yeah.
I went as a preschool teacher to learn about Reggio Emilia teaching ways, and but came back with a lot of other education too.
Oh, I love it. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. So speaking of kind of cold and rainy days, well, I don't know if it's necessarily cold here, but we do have a fire going. because it is just so dreary and so rainy, as you can tell by how gray I look, because I generally sit in front of my window and have a lot of natural light.
Right.
We had something funny. So my sister is a dentist and my mother is a hairstylist, and they both, ran their own businesses and, that sort of thing. And we would laugh because, like, rainy days, I'm sure, Christina, you can attest to this as well. People will use any excuse not to go to the dentist, right? It's raining out. It's, whatever, weather, it's too hot, just any excuse. I have a little tickle in my throat, which, is a little different now than it was back then, right?
It's that time of the month. I can't. Yeah.
Any excuse at all. And with hairstylists, it's the exact opposite. Like, people will almost be on their deathbed and they will not miss a hair appointment. So I always think about that on rainy days, and it just cracks me up. Like, my mom would be like, people would be like half dead sitting in the chair, like stifling cough. This is in the old days, guys, stifling coughs, or, the rainiest day. No, people do not miss their hair appointment. So consignment kind of falls along the lines of hair appointments. People do not miss their consignment appointments for anything.
No. Yeah. No. Got to get that out of my car. Got to get that out of my house. Got to get it going. Got to get it going.
Yeah. We definitely fall along those lines.
I am the dentist person. I hate it. I have an utter fear of going to the dentist. And I did find a local dentist here that I love. And they know my fear and they handle me beautifully, but they also know that if I don't make my appointment at opening, I won't come. Like, I have to have the 8 a.m. appointment, because if I do it later, I get in my head and talk myself out of going.
Yeah.
I don't care if there's a $25 fee. Like, I don't care. I can get in my own head, and then I'm like, I can't go. So they always give me that 8 a.m. We got you at 8 a.m.
That's really smart.
Yeah.
That's
and that
really
way
smart.
I cannot talk myself out of it. I just get up and I gotta go. So yeah. Little help for any of those that are like me. Do it first thing in the morning.
Absolutely.
Like I always told Cal, if that one food on your plate you don't like, eat it first.
Yep. Get it over with.
Get it over with. And then you can relax and enjoy the rest of that stuff on your plate.
So smart. Such wise advice. Did you pick that up in, what was it? Reggio
Emilia. No, but I did pick that up as a lifetime preschool teacher, nanny, babysitter. It's amazing the things that you learn in other people's homes. Oh, I'll never do that. Oh, I'll definitely do that. And then there are those things that you say, I'll never do that. And then later you go, huh, yeah, I did it. Then once you become a parent, you realize, okay, I get why they did that now.
Well, yeah. I mean, parenthood definitely taught me that lesson, because I remember so vividly, like, being out to dinner or out shopping and being like, can't these people control their children? Like seriously, are they just letting them run wild? Are they, like, what? I just didn't get it. Well, guess what? Life taught me a really awesome lesson with that one. And I had no right to judge anything anybody did. Emma, I could handle. And then Avery came along. That little boy was a wild child. And there really wasn't a good way to control him. Like, he was wild. He was that kid that at a young age figured out if he yelled, "Mommy, don't hurt me," while we were shopping, he could do whatever he wanted.
Oh,
right? He tested every.
I have to tell you,
everything.
First of all, somebody used the term years ago, and I used to use it with Cal, and I love it. When the kids throw a fit in the middle of Target, they call it frying bacon. Okay. And so I'm like, Cal's frying bacon, And if Cal fried bacon, I would just pick him up and walk. I mean, I left carts. And I was like, we're not doing this. You don't get to be here. And I would just pick him up and we would leave.
Yeah.
And be like, nope, sorry, we're out. Peace, done. And we'd leave.
Imagine doing that with the child screaming, "Mommy, don't hurt me."
So this is the other story. I'm glad you brought that up. My brother was like that. And my mother would take us, and my brother and I were 19 months apart. So it was like having twins, right?
Yeah.
So she would take us shopping. And one time she was trying on clothes, and I was just in the stroller being good little Molly girl. And Orion was raising holy hell in the store, like in the racks and rounders, you know, and they're trying to get him out. And so she went home and was so frustrated and was talking to one of her best friends years ago. And her best friend was like, next time he does that, just quietly reach down and pinch his little butt. Just give him a little pinch and tell him, cut it out now, you know, and give him that face, give him a little pinch and tell him to stop. Well, lo and behold, a couple weeks later, Mom takes us back shopping, same kind of thing. Orion's in the rounders, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. And Mom reaches down and does what her friend Betty told her to do and gives him a little pinch. And he does exactly what Avery did. Starts screaming holy terror. My mom hurt me. My mom pinched me. Oh my God, my mom hurt me.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah. They don't understand.
I mean, one time we were in Old Navy. Amy and I had Avery in Old Navy, and he ripped the arm off of him. They were kind of like redoing a mannequin, and the arm was loose, and he grabbed the arm off the mannequin, and he was running around. Now, he was little. He was probably 2.5, and we couldn't catch him. And he had the arm up over his head. So all you see, like, above the racks is this arm running around Old Navy. And the people, you know how they have the headsets on in Old Navy, or at least they used to. And
they're yapping to each other.
They're trying to catch him. And they're laughing so hard. They're like, I see it over here.
He's in the jeans area. Corn in the jeans.
And I was so mad, but it was so funny. Amy and I laugh about that all the time. I said, anything.
Well, now you can, right? At the time you want to wring his neck, but now you can laugh about it. Yeah. Oh, Lord.
Yeah. But Lord. I do realize it taught me such a lesson that, you know, never judge somebody and where they're at. Most people are doing like the best they can with what they have. And you know, I needed that lesson. He came to me for a reason.
Yeah.
And now he's like the sweetest, most well-behaved teenager, and just
he's such a good kid.
An awesome
it's hard
kid.
For me to picture Avery like that. I have a hard time.
I know.
Because I didn't know him that young, but I just can't. He's such a sweetheart, you know.
I know.
Such a sweetheart. But there are, you know, I did learn some things that I absolutely never did with my child, you know, and I knew, like, oh, I see the outcome of them doing this with their child, and I will know. And there were some things I stuck to my guns about, and I'm very glad I did. But there were a few of those things where I was like, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Yep. Oh,
most people are doing the best they can with what they have. Yeah, for sure. For sure. So we got some really good consignments in this week. I'm so excited. We have so many consignments and so many items. I'm excited for resale therapy this week because I'm going to be putting a lot of those new items up in there, and it's going to be super.
You know what I think we need to do someday?
What?
I think we're just getting into this and we got it rolling and we're doing good with it. But I think in a few weeks or so, we need to challenge ourselves and get a challenge to what the most amount we think we can show in one resale therapy is.
How about you do it and I'll just scan the barcodes and people. How about you do the challenge and I'll just scan the barcodes?
Because you're chicken?
Yeah.
Or because you think that'll be more successful. It might actually be more successful to do it that way. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. But we'd have to then do it the other way the next week. I'd have to be the scanner and you'd be the shower.
It would be kind of fun.
Yeah. And we could say, like, so consistently we've gotten 40 in that time. Maybe we challenge ourselves and say, can we do 60 in that same amount of time?
Well, we definitely have the inventory.
Oh my gosh. I was thinking of Gin Flam this week because I've got just some of the cutest small size stuff in. And I look at it and I go, oh, I love it. If only I were that
There you
size.
go. We'll have to make sure she's on to get first dibs for sure.
Stuff. Yeah, some of it will definitely go in the sale. Not all of it, but some of it will.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I had 2 questions from consigners this past week, where it was interesting to me. They were new consigners, and I think like when you have a new consigner, which we have so many people that have been with us for so many years, you know, that just stick with us and trust. Like it's that whole building, you know, trust thing with new consigners, which is always interesting because, you know, we have to trust them and they have to trust us. And especially in these COVID times, like normally we would meet people for the first time and go through the contract. So we've been doing, and we've kind of pivoted and we've been doing everything contactlessly. So that's definitely been, had some interesting challenges. So I like that this Brunch Ladies and the Resale Therapy will kind of let people get to know us a little bit and hopefully, you know, help establish that relationship. It's just interesting because first time, I mean, if they're kind of like Googling consignment and they find us or they see us online and, you know, they decide to consign with us, how do you, you know, develop that rapport? And it's interesting. What I really want people to understand is that we treat your items better than we treat our own items. Like it's
100%.
It's kind of funny. Like I treat other people's items with way more respect than I treat my own. So just kind of wanted to throw that out there to ease your minds. I mean,
but it is about building relationships and trust. I mean, you, especially with the contactless, like you're saying, they don't know you and you're asking them to leave their items outside of a home, you know? And it's like, really, how do I know that you're getting it? You know, but what do? You know, and unfortunately, there are so many other avenues that I see where people try to sell their things and they do have those issues where things get stolen off of porches and stuff like that. But with our business, it's not like that because we do drop off times where we know we're home and we're seen and able to get it as soon as they leave. So we don't allow that to happen, but
we don't allow, and it's monitored. Like we make sure everything is monitored. And I mean, it's a shame we have to do that, but it just does provide us the peace of mind because because we treat your items better than we treat our own.
Trust me.
And you know, like having been through this with family and having done my nana's and grandmother's items and estate, like I get it. I get how some of those pieces are, you know, important and you just don't want to see them cast aside or, you know, thrown in a donation bin. And on our side, it's kind of cool because we get to find these things new homes. And, you know, a lot of times we'll get responses from the people that bought them just saying they've been looking for that item or it completed a collection or how happy they are to have it. So it is, on our side, it's kind of cool to see that. And we do try to share that occasionally if they give us permission. Which is fun.
Very cool. Very cool. Hey, I want to ask you, speaking of these items and what happens to them where they go, last week you were watching the packing up of the hutch. What happened?
Oh, that's right. We were in the middle of Brunch Ladies. I was looking out my window, which is right in front of me. And they were able to fit half of the hutch in, and he had quite a ride. I think it was like about 2 hours, and he made a mistake measuring, and he could only fit half of it. He did come back for the other half later in the day.
The same day.
Wow. The same day. Yes, he was determined to get this. And I shared the pictures on our Facebook and Instagram of where it ended up. It's at Mountainville Manor in the Hudson Valley, and they do weddings. So
cool. That is
it looks really beautiful there. And he was really thankful. He said they would been looking for the perfect piece for that and the perfect size. And that was it. So he was able to get it set up and send us the photos. Oh my gosh.
So think of how many people are going to enjoy that piece as a prop at their wedding.
I know.
How many wedding albums that piece is going to show up in?
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I mean, that piece is going down in multiple history books for families.
Yeah.
Because it will be in so many wedding albums.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
And that's part of our, we have let's call it our side hustle. Molly and I started ReFab West. Just a small, we did custom painted pieces. Most of them are furniture. Some of them are, you know, small home goods, jewelry boxes, mirrors, things like that. That we got into.
Yeah.
what, 7 years ago or so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it was what?
head over to ReFab West. You can check out the stuff at Conshy Consignment in our ReFab West section. Maybe I'll put it in the comments even if people want to take a look. Yeah.
And we're gonna be adding to that soon. We're gonna do another challenge because Libby's now got to replace her hutch that sold.
Mm-hmm.
So I was telling her that I think we should follow the process again of her getting that and painting it, and I'll do a few things here, and we can follow the process of our adding to our ReFab West inventory.
Yeah, that's always fun when we do that. Right when the quarantine or the pandemic started, Emma and I did. You know what? Maybe I'll repost it. We kind of did like a story, like a day-by-day story. We painted a vintage secretary.
I remember it.
These beautiful dogwood blossoms on the inside. Mm-hmm. And we just did day by day. We posted, and before it was even finished, it sold.
It was gorgeous.
People were following along, and it was so much fun.
It was gorgeous.
I'm gonna have to pull those back out of our Facebook feed and kind of put together. Maybe I'll put together a little video or something.
So I know what I want to do because I do smaller pieces because I don't have the storage space that you have, and I have a couple of items here that I've been wanting to get my hands on and do, but I've been so busy with everything else that I haven't had a chance. So I think when you do your one big, I'll probably be doing like 2 small. But one of them is going to be a repeat. I don't know if you remember the sewing box drawer that I painted and then put the crystal feet on. And it sold. It's gone. I still have that same box's siblings that need to be painted and used. So I'm going to do those, but I have another item too, another table. So I'm excited to get back into that when I need the weather to get a little better too, because I'm going to have to do mine out probably on my patio or the driveway.
I think we still have the pictures of that box, right? Of the sewing drawer box on
probably,
Pinterest, right?
Probably with the crystal feet. Probably.
Yeah, I think we do. I think we do.
You can share that too. So much fun. But I've got 2 more that need to be made. And I think if I recall correctly, the person that bought it was going to put glass jars in it to hold her makeup brushes and stuff in on her makeup table.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good memory.
Yeah. So it had the crystal feet on the bottom, and it was, I think I did it white. But gosh, now I got to find
white, maybe with a hint of blue in it, I think.
White with a hint of blue, and it had the crystal feet. Yeah, it was really pretty. Really pretty.
Oh my gosh, it's getting darker out. You see how dark it is? This is crazy. This is crazy.
It's pretty nasty here. It must be across our states here right now.
I'm just like so excited though, because all this rain, I'm not going to be tempted to go out and be puttering with stuff. I have so much stuff to consign. I got a new photo set up. So I'm going to play with that and see if I can make my photos better. And yeah, I'm going to play with that.
I want to see. I know. I got to revamp mine a little more too. I thought I had it complete, but I found some issues with it along the way that seem to keep bothering me. So I have to figure out adding a little more lighting and just to get it just so.
Yeah.
Just so.
And maybe I can figure out how to use those lights. I could probably use them when I'm recording. When there's days like this, instead of being all like gray and dark, I could probably.
So I've actually done that. I think the first Resale therapy, maybe I used my big light, and had it kind of behind the screen, so it was coming because the timing that we did it at the time, the light coming in the window made it very shadowy on one side, so I set the other light on the other so it would even out the lighting. I have used it like that.
All right. Well, sorry, folks. Next week, hopefully I'll have it all. Next week, I'm going to be coming to you from a different location, hopefully, if everything works out. Not my home.
Where?
You'll see next week.
No.
I may even have a special guest. Because next week's Easter.
Oh.
So I hope to see some of my family and maybe have a special guest.
Well, I still think
pop
that
in.
I still think you need to be here when Nick goes, so we can go live together at the end of the month, at the end of April.
Yeah.
I'm putting that out live so people can start pressuring her. Girl,
I have so much to do here. I have so much to do here. There's so much I can do at your house, though, too, honestly, right?
I know. Think of what we could do together here for a weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so next week.
And
And then Molly's going to do something a little fun this week with the Conshy Boutique. You want to give them a hint? So Conshy is our like curated collection of a little more high-end items. It's a subset of our Conshy Consignment store. It's the Conshy Boutique. And Molly likes to highlight some different things going on every week. So this week is...
Sometimes it's a designer, and sometimes it could be new items in. And this time, Libby taught me a new term. Libby, what is our new term?
Cottage core.
Never had I heard of it. Maybe some of you have. But I Googled it, and I got it now. So now I feel so educated that I need to share this education with you all. So we are going to highlight cottage core. I'm going to define it for you. So don't even worry about Googling it today. I got your back. You can just follow, look at our social media. Don't waste your time. Just wait for me to teach you this week. But I'm going to define it, and I'm going to highlight some of our items that fit in that category.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that for sure. Something a little bit different. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be good. I love getting creative with that stuff. So I've got some ideas rolling around in my head of how I'm going to do this. So stay tuned. It's coming.
We are right on the cutting edge. Right on the cutting edge. Get your cottage core here first, right?
But you can't say that it's on fleek, because I get told all the time that that's not a thing anymore, Mom.
Yeah, I got told that like last year. Stop saying that.
Oh, mine was last year too. So Nick and I this weekend, the other night, watched Coming to America 2.
Oh yeah, we watched that too. Yeah.
And they actually have that in there. And as soon as it was said, Nick whipped his head, looked at me, and went, because the mother puts on something and goes, "Oh, this is I'm on fleek," and he, no, you don't.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
We got such a kick out of that because Cal has said that to me many times. And I'm like, if I want to say it, I am on fleek. I am on fleek.
Oh my God. I love it.
So we're trying to stay cutting edge.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And yes, this week we'll be doing our resale therapy as normal. Yep. Thursdays at 7. Items to be determined. We'll see what kind of fun things I pull out of the boxes I have for consignment this week.
Yeah.
I've kind of peeked in a little bit.
If there's something you're looking for or really wanting to see on there, you can always suggest it on any of our posts about resale therapy or in the comments here. If there's a certain size or something specific, you can tell us and we'll keep our eye. It doesn't mean we necessarily will have it, but it's amazing how many times people ask about something and we're like, oh, we got that. You know,
we have so much, right? We have so much and such a crazy variety of items.
Yeah. So if there's something specific you're looking for, throw it in the comments. You never know. And if it doesn't show up this week, it might happen next week. Hey, they could have the same power I have, that power of when you say.
I think you better tell people. I think you better tell people about your power. Although I don't know if you should put it out there because I like to use your power.
You do like
want everybody to be able to use your power?
I don't know. Well, they would have to use it through me.
Right.
I'm the one with the superpower.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know. So I have.
Good morning, Tiffany.
Good morning, Tiffany.
Good to see you.
I have this superpower. I'm telling them that if I say to Libby, "Oh my gosh, I really need somebody to consign a size 9 pair of Nikes." Lo and behold, what happens, Libby?
They come in on consignment.
Lo and behold, I mean, it has
What
happened
was
with
it
me.
the one year that feel like you were looking for? Was it an Xbox for Cal? What was
Xbox.
it? An
Yep,
Xbox
for Cal for Christmas, and I had already maxed out my shopping on the big items, and Nick was like, no, no, no. And I came into work and said, oh, Cal really wants this Xbox. He's never been a gamer, and he's been asking for it now for 3 years. I really want to get it for him, but I can't go, I'm going to have to find it. I need somebody to consign one. I really do.
It was about what, 24 hours later it came in, new in the box?
No kidding. No joke, y'all. We are not lying.
That was so. But that was just one example of that happening. And it doesn't work for me. I've tried it. I've put it out there in the universe. It doesn't work for me. It only works for Molly.
Yeah. So if I'm looking for something, but I have to say it out loud, I have to say it to Libby. There's a certain way it has to go, and it will work. So
yeah. There's a whole method.
You never know. If you don't put it out there, you too may have that superpower.
That's right.
You might. So if there's something you're looking for and you want, put it out there to us and we'll see.
Yeah. I assumed you were the only one that had that power, but
I don't know. There's probably others with it.
Okay. Well, I definitely don't have it. You definitely do have it.
Well,
we need to start hanging with more people that have it.
I think you have it kind of, because remember how I called you the other day and you had the brilliant idea about doing the grab bag of Disney pins?
Yeah.
And when you put that out there and started texting me about, I think you should do the grab bag. It'll be so much fun. And literally like that day, back to back, 2 sets of Disney pins that were listed online sold.
That's true. That's true.
And 2 different people buying them. And I was like,
yeah, but it was all to benefit you. It didn't have anything to do with me.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I think you somewhat have the power. There's something in there that you have.
All right. Okay.
Because that was really weird. Those were 2 sets that had been up for quite a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
And here you randomly bring up, let's do a grab bag thing with your unlisted pins and it would be fun. And boom, 2 listings sold to 2 different people.
Yep. There you have.
Insert spooky music here. Yeah.
So freaky. So what do you have planned for today?
Oh my gosh. So I have 1 consigner's inventory that I am determined to get it all in the system and photographed and separated as to what's going right up and what's going to be in the sale. I have a couple of other consigner bags that I'm going to go through and pick out resale therapy items from, but not, I may not get to photograph and get them all in the system, but I'm going to at least sort through and pull out items for the sale this Thursday. Ooh. So those are my 2 big things that are like first happenings today. I got to get them done. I just worry my lighting isn't so good with it being dark. But I think I just got to do it. And then if I have to rephotograph later, I'll rephotograph later. But it's just such a gloomy day.
Well, your lighting looks good for the video. Maybe you can.
Well, I have a lamp right here.
Yeah.
I mean, this floor lamp sits here next to my chair. I mean, the window. Yeah, I don't think it's as dark as what you have going on. But when I go over to my wall over here, it just makes a weird difference. But I'll figure it out. All right, good. Well, I am going to work on playing with my new photo setup and my lights and seeing if I can really create some kick butt photos. All right, I want to see that. I'm really dying to see it because I think I'm going to order some more lights, but I have to figure out my corner and how I would even begin to add them because I have a weird wall. I want to see how your angling of your lights works because that might help. Yeah, I'll let you know as I play with it and see. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. Tiffany says you guys have so much great stuff that I need to cut myself off from shopping with you. Girl, you won those contests. What are you talking about? You keep getting store credit. I mean, come on, man. Tiffany's got the superpower of contest winning is what she has. That's her superpower. Honestly. She told me the other day, she's like, I don't ever win. This is crazy. I never win things. And I've won a couple now. And I'm like, well, it's all caught up with her. Yeah. Cause we like to do at least one contest for the resale therapy where we give away some store credit you can shop with. And we added some additional things in. We did a fun St. Patty's Day sale. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Yeah. She says, I spent it all. Well, try again this week. You'll probably win again. Take it away.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. She said, wait. She said, I'm late. I'm decorating my Easter tree today. I just took down St. Patrick's Day decor. You would die if she came to my house. My Christmas tree didn't come down until February. I always take it down New Year's Day. I was enjoying it, and I wanted to keep it through mid-January, but it got a little out of control.
That was us. We went well into, I think we might have actually gotten into March with our Christmas stuff before we got it all put away.
Oh, you did have it up longer than me. Yeah, for sure.
And I just found another wooden tree that I missed getting put on it with the stuff.
Isn't there always that one decoration that's hanging out there?
Yes.
Today? There's always one ornament on the Christmas tree I miss. Always. Right. As many times as I try, there's always one I miss.
Yeah. Well, this year we put our tree up so much earlier than we ever do because I was just so like, we need it this year. Like we need to celebrate early because we've all been stuck at home and we need something fun. So we always do a live tree, but this year we went artificial. And my whole idea is we go back to live next year, but my artificial is going to be that secondary theme tree because I always have these ideas in my mind of theme trees I want besides our regular tree. So that's going to become the theme tree, and we'll still get the real tree for our main tree. But this year we just did the artificial. So it allowed us to keep it up so much longer because we didn't have to worry about fires and needles and dead trees. But I don't think that was necessarily a good thing because my birthday in March usually rings in spring in our lives. And we had just got the Christmas stuff put away. So needless to say, I haven't gotten a single Easter thing out. I didn't do anything for Valentine's Day. I didn't do any of it.
Tiffany's doing it for us all. She says, who has time in your house when you're running businesses? Honestly, that's the truth. Like, consigners come first.
Yeah.
Sorry, family.
Well, the good thing is our kids are older. Like Cal's not home, so he's not looking for the fun little bunny egg train full of candy. And, and if we put it out there, we just eat it. We don't want to eat it,
Right.
So we just are bypassing all of that this year. My new thing with Cal going to college is I make sure every week when I go to Trader Joe's to go grocery shopping, I buy flowers or a new plant. That's my addition. So sometimes we keep fresh flowers often, but the last 2 times, because I've got so many cool new plants and we've actually bought the plants. But I'm a plant fanatic. Our downstairs has plants everywhere and I love it. In fact, I was saying the other day, I need to move some up here in my office now. But that is my thing now. Instead of the holiday decorating, aside from the big one like Christmas, my thing is my new focus is keeping fresh flowers and plants. And so I replace my vases with fresh flowers weekly. And that's my thing. That's my thing. It makes me happy.
Good.
Girl, I don't know about you, but I need to get to work.
Yeah, I need to get to work too. I'm going to go to the Pink Diva Studio is hosting a tip that's all about plus size. And so I'm going to have that on while I'm working and playing with my photo studio. So she's at noon. It's 11 o'clock, which is Central Time. So it's noon Eastern Standard Time. So I'm excited to have that on while I'm working and just excited to see her success with this. So I'm going to
head on over to
and then I'm going to get started.
Work.
Off we go. So thanks for joining us this week for brunch.
This was fun. I got my veggies, getting my veggies.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of it like that. Yeah, especially without the vodka, it's probably almost healthy.
I didn't tell you all this, but I'm double fisting today. So I've got my fruits and veggies in my morning smoothie, and then I've got my veggies in my drink. That's brunch. That's brunch.
That's brunch.
I'm drinking my meals in 2 ways, and I am getting full servings of fruit and veggies right now.
You go, girl.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Bye.
We'll see you Thursday, Resale Therapy.
Yep.
Sunday. Back here Sunday. Mwah.